In today's video, we'll be looking at variation. Under variation, we'll be looking at direct and indirect variation, which will be considering what? Connecting formulas or laws, which also means what? Relationship in what? Direct and indirect variation. Okay, so these 4 examples I gave would assist us know how to connect formulas amongst 2 quantities, and so on. Now, when we talk about variation, we're looking at we're trying to compare 2 quantities together. Okay, now let's go straight to direct and indirect variation. When we talk about direct variation, we're looking at a direct proportionality in that case then. Now, if C varies directly as M, this is a direct variation. If M varies inversely as N, this is an indirect variation. Okay, so what makes this one indirect is because of this what? 1 over. Because of this what? 1 over. If M varies directly as N, it becomes what? M varies N. Okay, so this first question says what? If C varies directly as N and C equals 28 when N equals what? 4. Find the formula connecting what? C and N together. Now, to find the formula connecting C and N, you need to put it in equation form. What do I mean? Solution. In this case, for number 1 question, what do we have? We have C varies directly as what? As N. If I introduce my equals to sign, I'll have to introduce my what? Constant, say K, multiplying what? N. So when I introduce my equals to sign, I'll introduce a constant. The constant I introduce here is what? K. It will multiply what? This value, this variable here. I mean, in that case then. So if C equals Kn, K is my what? Constant. N and C are my what? Variables given to us in the question. And I said if C is 28 and N is 4, I should find the formula connecting C and N. Let's first put our values of C and N inside what? The equation. Inside the formula, I mean, or this equation here. So in this case, my K is what? My K is what? Is 7. So it means to find the formula connecting any 2 quantities together, you need to first find what? The constant in that case then. So since my K is 7, it means that from this equation star, I will have what? I will have C equals what? 7N. This is the formula connecting what? C and N together. Okay, so number 2. Number 2 question says if M is directly proportional to N and K. Okay, sorry. If M is directly proportional to N and K is a constant, then what happens? If M is directly proportional to what? N and K is a constant, it means when I introduce my equals to sign, I'm going to have what? K N. When my K is a constant, then I'll say then what happens? Then my M is equals to what? Kn. That's what happens next. My M is equals to what? Kn. They're trying to see we should find the what? Relationship between M and N in this case. Where K is what? Is K. Because M and N was not giving us a value in the question. For number 3 now, what do we have? Number 3 says M varies inversely as N now, because I have 1 over N. That's why I can say M varies inversely as N. And M is 3 when N is 2. Find the law connecting M and N together. Let's write number 3 question down. M varies inversely as what? N. Introducing my equals to what happens? I have K automatically comes in. K times what? 1 over what? N. As I did for number 1 question. So which becomes what? K over N, abi? So I'm going to have my M to be equals to what? K over N in this case then. If M is equals to K over N, from the expression M varies inversely as N. When my M equals 3 and N equals 2, when M equals 3 and N equals what? Equals 2. Let's first find K. My K becomes what? 6. Now to find the formula connecting m and n together is to first get your k, which is now 6, throw it back into what this equation, what star prime, as I named it. So m now becomes what 6 over what n. This is my formula connecting m and n together. Finally, for number 4, we have what a varies inversely as b. It means a varies inversely as what b. As that to represent. And a is 9 when b is 36. A is 9. Okay, now from here it implies that what my a is equals to what k over what b, isn't it? Because if I introduce my equals to my constant, k comes in, k over b. Now you can use any constant. You can use c as your constant here, but you must state it where k in this case is what? It's a constant. Then since my a is 9 and my b is what? My b is 36, I have what? K over what? 36 in this case. So then I will multiply my what? 36 and 9 together to get my k. That becomes 36 times what? Times 9. Okay, 9 times 6 here is 54. 4 remainder 5. 9 times 3 here is what? Is 27 plus 5. That's 32. So my k is 324. Okay, so now to get my formula connecting a and b together is by what? Putting my k value into this equation itself, which I will call triangle. So in that case, I'm going to have my a to be equals to what? 324 all over what? All over b, which gives me my what? Formula connecting a and b what? Together. And this is my what? Final answer.